Hey there, y'all. Just a disclaimer. Any pronunciation of Hebrew or Greek may not be accurate, and I'm okay with that. Hi, and welcome to the Bible Tribe with Seeing Deep Ministries, where we see deep in a shallow world and overcome the battles of the mind with the Word of God. What are you counting on? When we feel like we have lost track of things, God hasn't, and He's the one we can rely on. He has a plan that will never be thwarted. We're reading today from Numbers chapters 1 through 4, and the verse of the day is Numbers 3, verse 16. So Moses numbered them according to the word of the Lord, just as he had been commanded. In context, in Numbers, Moses is, counting. God told him to take a census of the warriors of Israel and all the families of Israel. Every mama knows how hard it is when you're counting heads at the beach, right? What is supposed to be a relaxing time turns into a constant pursuit of making sure every head is there. But without counting, we would not be assured. According to the Enduring Word commentary, God's order and organization extends to certain jobs for certain people to do. The families of the Levites had certain callings they were to fulfill. There was no one man or family to do everything. God made them dependent on one another to accomplish the work. And according to gotquestions.org, there are a couple of possible reasons to explain why God ordered a census of the people of Israel in the book of Numbers. God could have commanded the census to reveal his power in redeeming such a large number of people, or to list those who were able to serve in war. We see that in Numbers 1, verse 3. The stated purpose of the Israeli census, according to Numbers 1:3, concerned war preparations. This would explain why women were not included in the census and males under 20 were not counted. The census did not leave out women and young people due to anything related to their social status, but rather due to their military ineligibility. When I think of counting things, I think about how much I was constantly wanting to make sure all my children were accounted for. But counting can also be something to help us track ourselves. Are we being faithful with what God has given? One day we will all be accountable, and the God of who owns all the cattle on 1,000 hills owns it all. Thought of the day: do things God's way. Nothing escapes God's notice. Application: even when we don't understand God's method, we know that his purposes are always good. Go with God and his precious word, friends. Tune in tomorrow as we head back into the book of 2 Kings.